Game 3 of the 2025 World Series will go down as one of the most epic contests in fall classic history. The Dodgers edged out the Blue Jays 6-5 after 18 innings, tying the longest game by innings in World Series history. Here is a deep dive into how it unfolded, key moments, standout performances, and what it means for the series. Coming into Game 3. The Blue Jays had taken Game 1, and the Dodgers won Game 2, making this the pivotal third game as the series shifted to Los Angeles. With home field and momentum potentially shifting, both teams knew the stakes were high. The Dodgers were looking to avoid falling into a 2-1 hole. The Blue Jays aimed to take a 2-1 edge instead. The Dodgers struck first. In the bottom of the second inning, Teoscar Hernandez launched a solo home run to give LA an early lead. Then in the third, Shohei Ohtani homered, extending the lead to 2-0. The Blue Jays answered in the fourth inning when Alejandro Kirk hit a 3-run shot that flipped the lead to 4-2 in favor of Toronto. Later in the fourth, the Jays tacked on a sacrifice fly by Andrés Giménez to make it 5-2. The Dodgers fought back. Ohtani again delivered an RBI double, and later the club tied it 5-5 in the seventh inning. At this point, it looked like a classic back-and-forth tilt. Pitching, hitting, momentum trading hands. From the 10th inning onward, the game turned into an endurance test. Neither side could break through despite numerous opportunities. The combined bullpen usage was staggering. Both teams used every available arm, with many pitchers going beyond their typical roles. For the Dodgers specifically, a relief pitcher worth noting. Will Klein threw 4 scoreless innings, his longest outing of his career, helping keep LA alive deep into extras. On the Blue Jays side, they likewise turned to lesser-used arms, and the sheer length of the night began to take a toll. Historic records were nudged or broken. The game tied for the longest in World Series history by innings, 18, and clocked in around 6 hours, 39 minutes. Shohei Ohtani, perhaps the central figure of the night, Ohtani reached base 9 times, a postseason game record, and recorded 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 5 walks for intentional in that one game. To walk that many times intentionally speaks to how much respect and fear the Blue Jays had for him. This wasn't just a good night. It was record-setting. Freddie Freeman, the hero of the hour. Freeman drilled a walk-off solo home run in the bottom of the 18th inning off Brendan Little to give the Dodgers the win. With that swing, Freeman became the first player in MLB history to have multiple walk-off home runs in the World Series. Kirk's 3-run shot, early on, that homer gave the Blue Jays momentum and control. Ohtani's 7th inning blast tied the game and changed the tone. Bullpen duels and extras, especially Klein for the Dodgers, keeping the game tied in the lateness of the night. Freeman's walk-off, the culmination, the moment when everything ended. Fatigue, strategy, and endurance. By the 15th, 16th, 17th innings, you could see the wear on both benches. Not every reliever was accustomed to that workload. Defense and near misses. The Blue Jays had opportunities. The Dodgers made key plays. For instance, a relay throw cutting down a potential go-ahead run, and these fine margins mattered. With this win, the Dodgers took a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 series, a meaningful advantage at this stage. For the Blue Jays, despite a valiant effort and moments of dominance, they came up short in a game they could have won. Fatigue may now become a factor going forward, especially for their bullpen. Strategic implications. The long game will influence how both teams deploy pitching in the days ahead. Starters may get shorter leashes, relievers get more use. The next game may feel more like a short series itself. Historic. This Game 3 will be remembered in MLB lore not just for who won, but how it was played. An 18-inning marathon, record-reaching base by Ohtani, high drama, late heroics. Emotional momentum. Winning such a game galvanizes a team. The Dodgers now carry both the lead and the psychological edge. The Blue Jays, meanwhile, need to bounce back quickly to avoid digging a deeper hole. How will the Blue Jays manage their bullpen? With so many arms used tonight, will they have enough fresh arms in Game 4? Will the Dodgers ride Ohtani? He hit 2 HRs and doubled twice, then reached base 9 times. Into their next game? The question of his pitching/rest becomes even more salient. Momentum. Will the Blue Jays let this one slip pivot them to fold, or will they regroup mentally? Matchups. After such a long game, how will managers adjust their lineups, strategy, and positioning for Game 4? Health and fatigue management. Players may feel the effects of a 6-hour-plus night that can influence everything from pitching velocity to mental alertness. Game 3 of the 2025 World Series was everything the Fall Classic is meant to be. History-making performances, high drama, back-and-forth lead changes, endurance, and a moment of heroics to end it. The Dodgers now carry momentum, but the Blue Jays' fight was formidable. They came within inches of shifting the series. For fans, this is the kind of game you remember years later, not simply for the outcome, but for the story. Ohtani's assault, Freeman's walk-off, the bullpen warriors, the late-night finish.